Hey, welcome back to It's Time for Supper, the channel that does how-to and other videos to try to help you out with your various projects to knock out before supper. So today I got a text from my wife while I was at work that the ceiling had brown marks in it, watermarks. So we got to investigate and see what those are all about. So apparently there was some water on the floor back here behind the toilet, and so just doing some investigation, looks like the leak is coming from that gasket right there. I've never replaced that gasket on anything before, so we got to figure out how to do this. First thing to do is to turn the water off. My wife's already done that, and so we're good to go there. Next would be to empty the bowl. That's already been done as well. So now we're going to take this bowl off, or the tank off the top. We're off the bottom here, and see if we can't get a replacement gasket for this thing. So that came off pretty easy. Just a couple hits with the wrench, and it came right out. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so I'm just going to try to take this off. This particular one is a 1/2 inch. And so, like you can see, it's not very much to get this thing out of here. So we're just going to pull this bowl off, see what kind of condition that thing is. If it's in decent shape, we may just try to tighten it down. I imagine it just needs to be replaced though. So we're going to take a look at it and see what it looks like. Alright, we're going to try to take this bowl off. We're going to take the lid off first so that we don't crack that. This is an American standard. I don't know if that makes a difference, but there we go. I don't really know what to do with this now, so we're just going to put it in the shower. Alright, so here's our gasket. It looks pretty worn out, so we're going to go get another one at the hardware store. Maybe they'll take my money. Alright, so next up we're going to try to get this thing out of here. Which it came up pretty easy. Good. We're just going to put that to the side. Got some paper towels over here. And kind of clean all that up. And there. Alright, so we bought this universal kit. And so we're going to go ahead and replace these as well. These bolts. And just do all fresh. So to do that, we got our 1/2 inch. We're just going to unscrew that, like so, and this like so. That one stayed in place a little better. And we'll put fresh ones on there. Alright, so we rinsed it off a little bit. And so we're going to put the new one on. The big side kind of goes up like that. So you just kind of slide it up like that. And there we go. Not too bad. We also rinsed out all this tank. Just trying to get it nice and clean. Okay, so next step, we're going to put our bolts down, new bolts down in here, just like so. Kind of work them to get down. Okay, so we're going to be careful on this step because you can crack the porcelain apparently. So mine had it like this already, so that's why we're going back with it like this. But we're not going to get real horsey with it. Basically, you just kind of want to secure it in place so those don't come out while you're trying to put everything down in there. But you don't want to crank on these too bad. Okay, so I just noticed something that I did wrong there. You're supposed to use the thin ones, and I have a thick one right here. I hadn't noticed the difference, but you need to use the thin ones like this. So I'm going to get my wrench and just give it a little turn to secure it. But I'm not going to crank down on it. Okay, our next step is to take this bolt and get it lined up and put it down into the hole, like so. I'm just going to kind of let that lean back for a minute. Okay, so we're just going to put the rubber washer up here, like so. The nut real close. Get the stainless steel washer up here. And then put the nut on so that doesn't slide down off of there like it wants to there. So we're just going to kind of get that to kind of go up there, just nothing off, nothing tight, just so this doesn't flop around as bad as it is right now, till we can get the other side on. Alright, so we're just going to kind of go back and forth and work on tightening this down little by little until we get it good and secure. Alright, so we're just going to put a little wrench on it here. Just to continue to work it down. I was able to get a little more there. Alright, so now we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. And so we're just working back and forth a couple turns at a time till we get all the wobble out. Alright, one thing I do like about this wrench is that it folds down like this so you don't get a lot of torque. And so hopefully I won't over tighten it and crack anything. But that's pretty stable right there. So we're going to call it well enough and work on the rest of it. Alright, so we're just going to hook our water up. Now, the seal for the exit of the tank, not the one we replaced between the two, but the seal that holds kind of that drain in, isn't in great shape either, but I don't have that seal right now, nor do I feel like going back up to the store right now. So I'm hoping that wasn't the problem the whole time. If it is, I guess I'll be taking all this back apart again. It's not an awful fix, but probably should have thought about that when I was buying parts. Hindsight's always 20/20. Alright, so we're going to turn the water on and see what we get. Hopefully not a huge mess. So far, so good. Alright, so we're looking for any sort of leaks. And I don't see any. So that's good. We're going to let it sit for a while, but I think we're okay. So that's how you replace the seal between the toilet bowl and the toilet tank. Overall, probably took an hour, hour and a half, including a trip to the hardware store and also breaking up the kids fighting for a couple times. But overall, not a bad repair. Just got to be careful not to crack anything. Anyway, I hope that helps. Make sure to hit that subscribe and like button down below. Leave any comments you would like to, and I appreciate y'all watching. It's time for supper.